Hello and welcome back to Dungeon of Day. This is Infinite Roleplay and I am Nelson. Now, I know I said in the last episode we would be moving on to creating dungeon icons, but I started thinking, we have no internal walls and a really big room that could use some internal walls. And in thinking about these internal walls, I just remembered something. For instance, let's double click our mining layer, go to stroke. Now we've stroked it at 10 pixels, but it's only an outside stroke. It's supposed to be a middle center stroke. That way we get 5 pixels inside of the grid and 5 pixels outside of the grid. Why? Makes making rooms flow a lot easier, I think. As I said in the last episode, I believe I mentioned Hearst Arts, possibly Wylock's style. May look a little bit deeper into his style, because I really like his style, and I'm wondering if I can make maps according to it. But until that time, we're going to deal with this 10 pixels in the center. Do the same thing for the cave layer, since that also has a stroke modifier. We already set 10 pixels, so just move it from outside to center. And then for our internal walls, just create a new layer. Label it internal walls. Press Control on the keyboard, and then holding Control, hit apostrophe to turn on our Photoshop grid. Select the rectangular marquee tool while on your internal wall layer, and then draw out rooms. Before you do that, go to View and make sure your snaps are turned back on if you turn them off. I'm going to draw a room here, like that, and don't draw them over each other. They have to be individual selections. So draw a room there, and holding shift, draw another room over here, create a small hallway, and I'm going to draw a larger room right there. And what I'm going to do is edit stroke. Stroke the selection 10 pixels, much like our exterior walls, and much like our exterior walls, make sure it's in the center. Okay, now deselect, Control D. Let's turn off our grid so we can get a better look at the walls, and zoom in so we get an incredibly good look at the walls. Now you see they flow perfectly together. If I didn't correct our layer options, they wouldn't have flowed as nicely. So continuing right along, once again selecting our marquee, turning on our Photoshop grid so we can know where we're snapping, I'm going to make a few more room selections. Make one there, and I'm going to split this into having a slightly smaller back room. And I think that'll do it. Edit stroke. No, edit stroke. Edit stroke. Stroke. Boom, that's done. Deselect. I think this back room should be 2 separate rooms, so I'm just going to make that square. Edit stroke. Stroke. This be in the routine. Stroke. Roll your dungeon walls. Anyways, is that enough room for this big, massive area? Nice big hallway. You got the entryway over here. There's really nothing necessary over here. You could just make that whole thing a big hallway, add to the room size, or just leave it as such. So maybe this is a dining hall, this would be a kitchen area, I don't know. I'm going to leave the walls intact because when we get to placing doors, we can just place them above this layer so that we can place them wherever we want and not have to worry about erasing anything. with that said, I want to make adjustments. I think I want to make adjustments because we have these here that I knocked back to make sure I had enough room to put the rooms I wanted. But there were little doors there? Doors into mines? Really? Not too sure about all that. But we'll worry about it on next episode of Dungeon a Day on Infinite Roleplay by me. Nothing. So until that time, always remember to keep cool, get all your crafts on, and don't let anybody limit yourself, your creativity, what you can do. And always, please, always have fun. Peace.